With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back, trackside. Once again, race fans, here to the Turn 3 Racing Network. Tonight, the Colonial Clash Truck Series fires things off once again for their Super Speedway rundown. That's right, a 8-week crazy action-packed little series in between the headliners. That main event, the trucks will be rolling in another 4 short weeks. Look out, mark it down on your calendars. But first, how you doing? How you feeling out there in TV Land, race fans? Glad you could all join us here tonight. As always, Dave in the Cave bringing you all the calls from the trackside. There you can see once again track temperature over 110 degrees. So these high banks here at Daytona International Super Speedway, very hot. Drivers going to have to be careful with the pushing. We've got 65 laps to find out who's going to capture a checkered flag. Qualifying already underway. Drivers getting their trucks dialed in and ready to go. So what do you say we get rid of that track information and go ahead and throw up some of those qualifying times that you can see just left-hand side of your screen. Jonathan Golden going to go top of the speed charts. Quick time here in Daytona, 52:36 for the 86 of Jonathan Golden. Snatching the pole position here in the Red Spoilers qualifying session. Where's last week's race winner? There he is, the 84 of Tyler Rex, rolling out on track, trying to put down his time lap. Rex looking to repeat last week's race winning performance at Talladega Super Speedway. If you remember, race fans, we were at Talladega for the Two Lit Mafia 170 last week. Special guest Two Lit Mafia in the booth with us here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Big shout out to all the fans out there that joined us for last week's broadcast. Another great one here tonight from Daytona International Super Speedway. And as we mentioned, as the music fades, well, half of this season has faded. 4 races already in the bag. John Garrett taking 2 of those race wins. Tyler Woodard picking up a win, as well as last week's race winner, Tyler Rex. So with 4 races in, we've got 3 different race winners. And we've got a little bit of a battle shaping up in the point standings. We'll get to that here in just 1 second. Looks like track is quiet for the moment, so we'll go ahead and get rid of that qualifying information and pop up that championship standings for you. Here you go. John Garrett with those 2 race wins there. You can see leading everybody in the point standings by 15. Tyler Rex right there in second. Tyler Woodard not very far off. Woodard sitting in third. And slowly but surely those points really begin to pick up from here. Dustin Franklin sitting 33 points back. 35 back is James Hoot, Johnny James, John G, Nathan Estep, Jonathan Golden, and Brian Parker. Kiefer rounding out your top 10. 52 points back. It's going to be hard-pressed for those drivers sitting further back from there to make up enough points to maybe fight for a championship here, because it's a straight run out. There is no championship chase in this 8-week crazy little short super speedway series that the Colonial Clash Racing drivers are running here, gearing up, ready to go with the truck season very shortly. And speaking of geared up and ready to go, how about this new pole sitter here in the Red Spoilers qualifying session? Let's go back to that timing and scoring, because there you can see fast once again. That 66 of John Garrett tops the speed charts. Quick time now belongs to Garrett, 52:34. 12 drivers on the speed charts. Looks like we may have, I believe, 13, maybe 14. We'll have to wait to see if that 14 machine of Juan Jimenez gets to the track. Jimenez having some trouble earlier this season in your first opening few races. Mechanical issues relegated him to the garage area, unable to start the race and fire their engines and get going. Will tonight be the night we see that 14 turn some laps out there on the track? With no movement out of the 5 stables, Scott Baker doesn't look like he's going to turn in a timed lap either, so we're down to final. Looks like 2.5 minutes remaining here in qualifying, so we're going to take ourselves the opportunity, step away from the microphones, pay a handful of bills, head trackside for the national anthem, and join you live for the starting lineup, so don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular their bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
And back trackside as the bells begin to ring, drivers rolling off of pit road. It's time to run down tonight's starting line. Whoa! Whoa, a little bit of a moment. Where's John Golden going? Oh my gosh, we just witnessed that. Trouble coming to the starting grid. Oh no, that's going to mix things up just a little bit. Let's go ahead and run down your starting lineup, or what should have been your starting lineup. There you can see that 66 starting inside row number 1. John Garrett, your pole sitter here tonight, snatching the Red Spoilers Pole Award. John Garrett will lead the field to the green flag. Jonathan Golden, I'm not sure, but Jonathan Golden with some trouble. No longer going to start outside in P2. We'll move that entire outside row up, so Tyler Rex will grab that outside pole position. James Hooten right there in third, with Scott Mayhew in the 56 Red Spoilers machine lining up in fourth. Back in row number 3, the 47 of Dustin Franklin, followed by that last action hero, Johnny James, on scene, ready to make a big splash here tonight. Row number 4 belongs to Thad Failer and Richard Clement Sr. Brian Parker and John G. back in row number 5. Michael Davis in 11th. Scott Baker will roll off in 12th. That's going to do it. That's going to be all for your starting lineup. Pace car down and away. Music fades away. Drivers through the restart box, and green flag flies for the first time here tonight. From Daytona International Super Speedway, drivers going to shake things down, and it looks like, oh no, we're going to go back. We're gonna slow things down. It looks like drivers elected to take a pace lap here, maybe possibly seeing if Golden can get himself back out on track. Trying to hear if we hear anything out of race control. Everybody at a slow pace here, 75 miles an hour, right at pace speed. So it looks like these drivers may be taking one more pace lap. And we're hearing word due to the trouble with the problems with that 86 of Jonathan Golden, that gave pretty much the entire field, or would have gave the entire field a black flag penalty. So admins doing the right things, letting the green flag fly, clearing all of these black flags, letting them go back racing without any penalties here. We'll re-line up, restack them, re-rack them, and get ready to go once again. Here from Daytona International Super Speedway. Starting lineup going to be a little bit jumbled up this time. But nonetheless, we'll get set to fire things off this time around. Pace car will duck off, and we'll get these engines a-roaring, I can guarantee you that. Into the Geico restart box, and green flag flies once again here from Daytona International Super Speedway. Lap did not count. So we'll keep this thing still with 65 laps remaining here tonight. Everybody knows the tail. Bottom lane, your top four drivers all in line. Garrett leading Franklin, Failer, Rex, Mayhew stepping down in line in that fifth position. There you can see just to the tail end of Mayhew, there's Tyler Rex, and now we've got four trucks lined up on the high side looking to make a move. Close slide draft down the back stretch. Side-by-side battle, entire field all right here covering each other. And it looks like Jonathan Golden able to get his machine back out on track and back up to speed, but he's going to have a long way to go here tonight. I do believe listed to one lap down, as we'll get that timing and scoring over to the left-hand side of your screen. Lap number 2 now underway. And once again, we seen last week a lot of drivers utilizing that high line at Talladega. We see it once again, half of the field down on the bottom, half of them at the top. You see one driver not sure of which lane he wants to be in. The Monster Energy sponsored number 22 of Michael Davis goes from the top down to the bottom, looking like he may revisit that high lane. The 84 of Tyler Rex still wound up on the high side, and here comes a move from James Oot. He's going to look to the outside, trying to lead that line. And he will assume the race lead on that outside lane. Looks like he's going to have a little bit of a push. And new race leader for the first time here tonight on lap number 3. We've got our first lead change. 2 race leaders, 1 lead change so far here. And now Garrett will surge back to the point on the bottom of the racetrack. Yet another lead change. It's going to start to get very quick, rapid fire, if you will. With these big runs coming back and forth, these lines will essentially accordion back and forth. We're seeing some wiggling out of that 65 with a big push from Rex. The 65 gets a little loose, steps a little out of line, and there you can see the 11 having to check up. He's going to fall about a half a truck length back. Inside lane much more organized. Looks like there's the momentum, and at the line Garrett will lead that lap. And we're taking a look right now at the timing and scoring, checking in on the miles an hour, checking in on the telemetry here for that 86 of Jonathan Golden. Although you've seen him have that issue and into the inside safer barrier, he's running comparative speeds here. 170 plus miles an hour all by himself. Remember, he's about almost a lap down, about 3/4 of a way. Oh, 3 wide. Oh, and into the outside wall. Oh, big trouble now. The 11 comes down the track. Oh, we've got more trouble. More trouble here at Daytona. Oh, trouble for Scott Baker. Tyler Rex also caught up and involved in this one. The last action hero himself. Big time damage. He's going to have to use one of those 2 fast repairs early here tonight on lap number 5. Tell you what, why don't we go back? Let's check the replay. Oh, catching it late right there already. Off of the track is that 11 of Johnny James. We'll take one more look back. Let's see if we can't see what happened here, what brought it all out. And there you can see the 11 already going around. There's the 84 of Tyler Rex. He's down through the grass. Take another look at it here. Let's see if we see what happens. And oh, there you go. 36 caught up involved. Kiefer involved in this one. He comes to a sliding hard impact for both of those drivers off of turn number 4. So your first caution flag here tonight. Coming out on lap number 5, we'll rejoin the race back at the front with your new race leader, Dustin Franklin. Franklin going to take that top spot as big time trouble for multiple drivers now. Man, a little bit of a big one. Pit road will open up. Looks like most of the field already coming down pit road. If you're Dustin Franklin, no damage it does appear for Franklin. So if you're coming down, maybe just a fuel-only stop here. Not even really needing to waste the time on the tire. So we'll have to see if that's the strategy here or what these drivers are really electing to do. Now you can see Franklin easily beating everybody off of pit road. Scott Mayhew going to roll off in second. Michael Davis bringing himself up to third. John G in that 41 machine, he'll roll off pit road in the 4th position. So let's take a look at all the drivers getting back up to speed, and a lot of drivers still stuck on pit lane with some damage. And it looks like about 3 to 4 drivers caught up and involved in this early incident here. Jonathan Golden, how about the luck for Golden here tonight? Trouble coming off of pit lane. I mean, look, AJ Allmendinger-ish out there coming to even take the green flag. Some trouble for the 86, and he had to start from pit road, unfortunately. Did not fall a lap down, though. Biggest key, biggest factor, did not fall a lap down. And with this early caution flag, he's going to be able to come back up with the field, be in touch, and have a chance and a sniff to keep the draft here. Even with a little bit of damage on the front end of that 86, look for him to be able to keep pace now, keep up with the drivers in front. And that's all you got to do here at Daytona or Talladega, or maybe even when we hit the iRacing Super Speedway next week here with the Colonial Clash Racing Series Super Speedway rundown. I mean, the draft is the great equalizer. We all know that. It's pack racing. It's part of it. We'll see how much damage some of these drivers sustained. We'll have to see which one of these drivers actually used that fast repair. I believe that 11 of Johnny James, he was smoking, so no smoking. It looks like a clean truck for that 11 of Johnny James. He'll hit the reset button and keep one more in his back pocket. We'll go back double file racing this time by down the backstretch field. Ready to go once again. No stage breaks in tonight's 65 lap main event here with the Colonial Clash Racing League. Will we see that long green flag run? Will we see green flag pit stops? Or will cautions breed cautions? How antsy are these drivers going to be? Who wants it the most? Are we going to see a fourth different race winner in 5 weeks? I don't know. I mean, and we're going to crown a champion. Keep this in mind, race fans out there in TV land. 3 weeks from now, we're crowning a series champion. So right here at Daytona, as a matter of fact. So when we revisit Daytona, it's going to be for the championship night. It's going to be one heck of a night as well. The 47 of Dustin Franklin in the Geico restart box nails the gas, and away we go. Green flag flies. Well, once again here at Daytona International Super Speedway, Michael Davis with a good pit stop. Looked like fuel only for that Monster Energy number 22, and he's going to drop to the bottom of the racetrack. Take that third position for the time being. John G. up on the top of the racetrack, riding with Scott Mayhew. Here comes a big run from Scott Baker. And it looks like Baker's truck clean as well, so another driver at the front of this field that has already went through one of their fast repairs. Mayhew clear, but not going to drop to the bottom. He's going to stay at the high side until his help clears Ken. That 56 bring him along with him. And oh, John G says, I'm going if you ain't. He's going to look to the inside now. Baker going to have to be the push truck. And G going to cross the line. Look at that one right there. John G with a beautiful move, waited for Mayhew to string him along to get clear enough. Utilized a little bit of a run, dropped down to the bottom of the racetrack and assumed the race lead. We've got yet another race leader here tonight. Already 4 different race leaders in a very short time. Lap number 9 already underway, and here goes Kiefer looking to the outside. Brian Parker trying to take that 36 truck around the outside. Solo run on the high side, and he's into the outside wall. He scrapes the outside wall, and he's going to lose a handful of track time now. Going to have to be careful to not to lose the draft. Your top 3, nose to tail, bottom of the racetrack. We'll cross the line and begin lap number 10 here tonight from Daytona International Super Speedway. Want to give a big shout out to some of the sponsors coming on board this season, sticking it out, staying with us here in the Colonial Clash Racing League. Big shout out to Deep E Racing for everything they get done back behind the scenes. Goose Graphics supporting all your iRacing simulator and decal needs. How about renovations for all your remodeling, even contracting needs? Veteran owned and operated. Look no further than Renovations. That's just to speak of a few of the sponsors here in the Colonial Clash Racing Series. We'll get to a handful of the other sponsors a little bit later on through tonight's broadcast. Nose to tail racing, side by side, 2 wide. We had 3 wide for a moment. Drivers thought better of it, and now with that trouble, with that scraping the outside wall, the 36 2-lit Mafia Chevy Silverado, he has lost the pack. Brian Parker in danger right here. There you can see the pack way out there. He's going to need a caution here. He's going to need something to happen to get himself a drafting partner, and it's going to be a very long night for that 36. Meanwhile, back at the front, Michael Davis looks to the outside. He's got some push help from Mayhew. 4 trucks lined up on the outside lane, and look who is in that 4th position in line on the outside lane. Jonathan Golden. We said it. He had trouble. All he had to do was stay in the draft. And it looks like he's got a clean truck now, so that 86 no longer has any damage issues to worry about. Fired up, fired away. Running well here tonight. Back into a spot in the top 10. Back at the bottom of the speedway, John G leads them all. Dustin Franklin still tucked in line right behind them. 22 Michael Davis trying hard to make that outside lane work. Just not enough organization on that outside lane, in my opinion, race fans, to really do anything right here. That 5 of Scott Baker, he's going to have to get up a little bit closer to the drivers in front if he's going to want to have any effect on how this draft turns out as drivers make their way back through turns 1 and 2. Off of turn 2, we'll head down the back stretch and into the best turn of them all, right? Turn 3, right here at Daytona International Super Speedway. Field goes flying right on by. And we'll watch them come through the corner once again. They're going to get just a little bit of an idea of how the banking works here at a super speedway. Off of turn number 4, coming right at you, right across the start-finish line. Away we go once again. Lap number 13 now in the bag. 14 underway. 4 truck drivers on the top of the racetrack trying to keep that momentum, trying to keep it wound up, seeing if they can't get to the front of the field, but not having very much luck right now. And again, that 22 grabs the race lead. Good push, good run, and he'll grab that top spot away from John G. 41 Machine will stay in second. What will Davis do now as our 5th different race leader here tonight from Daytona International Super Speedway? You're watching race number 5 in the Colonial Clash Super Speedway Series. That's right, race fans, 8 short weeks to run it all out of your system, and then these truck drivers will get fired up and ready to go for season number 3. Big side draft by the 41. You can see him come all but down onto that rear quarter panel, and I tell, oh, contact right there. Mayhew super loose, and let's go on board here with that 47 of Dustin Franklin involved in that little bit of a skirmish moments ago with Scott Mayhew just to his outside. Mayhew still right there, tucked in line, right behind your race leader, Michael Davis. You can see Franklin, he can't see much of anything right there, tucked in so tight, giving that Ford F-150 in front of him a big time push. Fastest man on track, fastest Ford on track. 22 of Michael Davis leads the field. We'll take another look outside of the truck. We'll cross the line. Lap number 16 now underway. Side-by-side racing action for your first 4 rows here tonight. There you can see the 42 iRacing calculator. Chevy Silverado of Thad Failer. Failer having a solid night here tonight. Ooh, not clear. Oh my gosh, here we go. Drivers to the bottom of the racetrack, and caution's going to fly. Caution will fly. That Failer caught up and involved in this one. Scott Baker also involved. My goodness, trouble here on lap number 16, halfway down the backstretch. We'll check. Oh, and there it is. It looked like possibly just a push gone wrong. We'll take a look. Let's see if we can't see one more time here. 56 going around. A lot of drivers caught up into this one. The 5 catches a piece of it. Man. 86 involved. A lot of trouble for a lot of drivers in this latest on-track incident, and we'll rejoin the race back at the front. Race leader Michael Davis gonna hit the binders and bring his Ford F-150 to a crawl back behind the iRacing pace car. Everybody gonna catch up. Everybody gonna be looking to head to pit road. Pit road will be opened up this time around as we are just about a third of the way through tonight's race. Biggest movers, Michael Davis. And the man running in second, John G, the 41 and the 22. Both up 10 positions from where they qualified here tonight. So a solid run up through the field for both of those drivers. The men moving backwards, though, going the wrong direction. There you can see that 84 of Tyler Rex. He's going to lose about 5 spots from where he qualified here tonight. So a big turn of events for Tyler Rex. And indeed, field all heading down pit road, so as drivers bring their machines to the attention of the crewmen, We're going to step away for just a brief moment. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back. And back trackside as drivers double file halfway down the backstretch, ready to go. Green flag racing once again. Lap number 20. When we cross the line and drop the hammer once again, John Garrett back at the front of the field. Your pole sitter here tonight goes back to the front with a little bit of pit strategy. Looks like fuel only brings that Fort Worth screen printing 66 back to the front of the field. Fort Worth screen printing in business since 1997, providing textile screen printing to promotional product distributors, marketing firms, advertising agencies, endless users throughout the United States. If you're looking for someone to help push your product and get it out there, look no further than Fort Worth screen printing. All the gas and green flag flies as the 66 gets going. Look like Michael Davis may be a little bit too happy with the throttle pedal. Went a little bit early. He had to give that position back or receive that penalty. And he's going to back that outside lane up just a little bit here on this restart now, falling back 3 truck lengths. But here comes that surge from the outside lane. Numbers on the outside lane. Everybody right here in this pack, 12 drivers in this giant pack of trucks going around the track. Only one driver down on pit road. Looks like Scott Baker involved in this second incident in a row here tonight. And Baker, to no fault of his own, just caught up in somebody else's mess twice already here tonight. Looks like he's going to be on pit road for an extended stay. Baker will fall off of the lead lap as the field goes flying by. And I hear you, Spencer, it could be. It could be a fuel mileage race. We've seen it before, if I'm not mistaken, here in the past handful of weeks with the the Colonial Clash Racing Super Speedway Series. We've seen fuel strategy come into play as of late, so never count it out. We could see those long green flag runs, and fuel mileage could definitely be a factor by the end of tonight's race. Outside lane getting a little bit broke up. Your top four now going to break away on the bottom of the racetrack as the 36 trying all he can to get that outside lane pumped up and moving to the front. The 22 of Michael Davis has since given up that outside lane lead. And just those four trucks not really moving anywhere right now. Gonna chase the trucks around the track with one of our turn 3 drone cams. What do you say here, race fans? Down the backstretch they go. Watching the battle unfold behind your top four. There you can see Tyler Rex, your fourth driver, inside a lane, and he's gonna pull well and clear of Kiefer on the high side. The outside lane just not going. Just not going anywhere, really. Just kind of stuck right there, not moving at this point in time. And, you know, it is what it is. Drivers will accordion back to the front. I can guarantee you that the runs will build. They will come. Now Dustin Franklin going to take over that outside lane, and a look from second in line to the high side. The 4 of Richard Clement Sr. He looks like he wants to play a little bit here at the front of the field. He's going to try to lead that outside lane. Off of turn number 2, they'll pull even with the 86 of Jonathan Golden. On the inside lane, here comes that outside run. 5 trucks all nose to tail. Will it be enough? Yes, Clement will clear, but not enough to drop down to the bottom. Garrett surges back once again. Side by side battle through 3 and 4. Long train of trucks on the bottom of the track hugging that double yellow line. That is your best friend here at these restrictor plate races, because you only got to worry about drivers going around you on one side. The 4 is clear, and he drops to the bottom. He's going to leave his help high and dry on the outside lane. The 47 of Dustin Franklin will take the out. No, here comes Garrett. Garrett says, nah, I'm not running second. I want first. He'll jump to the outside. Lead that outside lane clear of the inside. And as Franklin drops to the bottom, Garrett will cover. 36 of Brian Parker now leads that outside lane. 3 trucks all lined up, but they are not nose to tail. Now here comes the 4. We've got musical trucks here coming around out of turn number 4 and back across the tri-oval. We'll cross the line. Lap number 25 now goes on the board. Moving right along here tonight in the lead change department. We're upwards of 10 lead changes already here tonight, and knocking on the door of double digits in the race leader column as well. Almost everybody in this field here tonight has been at the front. Scott Baker and the 5 crew, they finally get that truck fixed up. He's going to roll back off of pit lane, but he's going to be multiple laps down. There you can see 8 laps down here tonight. Baker will definitely feel it in the points. He's going to fall a little bit behind the 8 ball after a rough go at it here tonight, walking away with the track, walking away with points from the track in 13th. Final spot in the running order, and now that 4 of Clement Sr. takes the high side to the front. Does he drop down again? No, he's going to stay to the high side, and that's going to allow that inside surge. Once again, Garrett takes the race lead out of turn number 2. Nose to tail, nose to tail, nose to tail here tonight. Drivers all over each other as we go on board. Well, a little bit of a magic moment there for Dustin Franklin. Give a big shout out to all the Twitch streamers here with the Colonial Clash Racing Series. There you can see Dustin Franklin's Twitch handle just on his rear deck lid right there, covering that rear bumper cover. The Pit Party Productions number 4 to his outside. Richard Clement, also one of our Twitch streamers in the field here tonight. Yet another onboard camera shot with Jonathan Golden. Let's go back a little further through the field. Scott Mayhew riding with our Chevy Silverado onboard camera. Closing in on that fast forward. Michael Davis has had that 22 wound up all over the field in the running order here tonight. And now we've got 4 trucks at the front. Oh my goodness, 36 almost turned sideways. Ooh, boy. Things getting squirrely right there behind that number 4. My gosh, stacking up on the high side. Big wiggle there from the 36. We're going to give you a little view, a little vantage point of what it's like from the cockpit of these trucks. There you can see on board now with Michael Davis as he closes in on the red spoilers 2-lit Mafia Silverado of Brian Parker. Parker wiggling just a little bit with some big pushes, big runs, and out of the gas. You can hear them. You can hear how much these drivers have to play with this throttle, how much they have to control the runs and control the pace and control the momentum. Telling you, a lot of wiggle in here in this big pack. I mean, it's not just the drivers at the front of this pack. We'll jump on board here with John G in the 41 Silverado. He's running about 4th or 5th in line on the inside lane here. Scott Mayhew just to his outside. Tyler Rex just off in the distance. And just look how much these trucks are moving around. Ah, gosh. And we've got 3 wide. Michael Davis going to break things up on the high side. And we're going to go 3 wide for a moment. Oh, they'll sort it out. 36 going to get left all to his lonesome on the inside lane. There's going to be a gap. Will he jump down there? No. 65 of James Hooten will fill that position. And now another run once again. 3 wide with Michael Davis stuck in the middle. Let's take a look at this with the 84. The 22 almost contact with the 56 of Scott Mayhew. And it looks like John G will look to go 3 wide. Thought better of it for the time being. He'll stay tucked in behind that Monster Energy number 22 Ford F-150. While John Garrett leads the field still. Lap number 30 now on the board. Knocking on the door right on the cusp of the halfway point. And these drivers, they've been out there for over 15 plus laps. When will they be heading to pit road? They're going to have to come to pit road here, I would say, in the next 5 to 7 laps. We should see drivers begin to break for pit lane. I mean, I think they're going to have to make 2 stops. I don't think they're going to make it off of a 1 pit stop here. It's going to be hard-pressed to make that long of a run. We'll figure out if it works or not. We're calling green flag pit stops here in the next 5 to 7 laps. You can see that inside lane, long string of trucks now, just 4 to the outside. And right as I say that, the 86 of Jonathan Golden, he presses the ejectocito button. He's going to jump from the bottom to the top, take over that momentum and try to bring that outside lane to the front. No surprise right here in your top 2 drivers. They've been nose to tail multiple times this season. Very familiar with each other. Those teammates working well as John Garrett, who led the majority of last week's race, leading a lot of laps once again here tonight at Daytona International Super Speedway. Familiar man right behind him as that push truck. That's that 47 of Dustin Franklin. And as we cross the line this time around, we'll be right at that halfway threshold. So what do you say, race fans? We're just going to give you a rundown through pretty much the majority of the field. Let's start with your race leader. There you can see the Tyler, Texas native. John Garrett inside of that Fort Worth screen printing 66 Chevy Silverado leading the field. He was your pole sitter, and he's got that familiar friend, like we said, right behind him. Straight out of Greenville, South Carolina, just down the road to be, as a matter of fact, Dustin Franklin sits in second. Tyler Rex in the 84 listed in the 3rd position out of Clyde, Ohio. The milkman Rex the original. How about that? We're going to have to talk about that, Tyler. We got to know the story. fourth place runner as they go here tonight out of Nashville, Tennessee, Jonathan Golden. Red Spoilers driver showing out here tonight. And that 86 started outside pole position, had some trouble coming to the green flag, has since recovered well, and runs inside of your top 5. The Goose Graphics 1776 Motorsports driver John G sitting in that 4th position right there. You can see him. 4th truck inside lane as, I mean, obviously if he's 4th on track, he's going to be the 4th truck in line on the bottom lane right now, as that is the place to be. That inside lane has got the momentum and is beginning to yard the outside 4 trucks, continuing to try to press the issue, just not really going anywhere. Can the Jackson native make his way a little bit further through this field? What about this man right here? Let's go ahead and give him a shout out. Let's give this man a little bit of credit and some his due. Inside of that 65 machine out of Cato, New York. That's right, James Hoot. In that 65 Ford F-150, he's looking to make his way a little bit closer to the front of the field, running in 8th for the time being. Hoot with a fine run so far here tonight. Let's go back, check in on that 4 machine, the Pit Party Productions number 4 of Richard Clemens Sr. There you can see all of the hashtags and handles across the tail end of these drivers' rear bumper covers. We'll jump now because we got green flag pit stops, but let's go up here with the Lawrenceburg, Tennessee native, Brian Parker, as he takes the race lead away. And it looks like he's going to bring his help right with him. Will they drop to the bottom of the racetrack? Looks like yes, indeed they do. Mayhew follows Parker to the bottom. And that's going to be it for your driver highlights for the time being. We'll go ahead and back away from the trucks for just a moment. Now, how about Parker, man? He led the lap and he is left all alone on the high side. Ben, I hear you, and I'm glad you understood the reference. That's awesome. That's wonderful. We've got more drivers to pit road. Oh my goodness. Ooh, hot on it. Oh my gosh. No tire smoke. Job well done, James Hoot. Looked a little fast on entry there, but no tire smoke, no lockups, and that's what you want. Drivers may be looking at a fuel-only stop here. Going to take a look at John Garrett, Dustin Franklin, Michael Davis. Those were the drivers that came down pit road just moments ago, and it looks like Garrett with a 2-tire stop. The other 2 drivers with a 4-tire stop in fuel. So interesting little mix of bags. Oot, Rex, Failer, and John G all on pit road rolling off together now. They're going to have a little bit better numbers getting back up to speed, so we'll see if that 4-truck group outlast the 3 trucks that pitted together just moments ago. And now we'll cross the line. Lap number 38 underway. Scott Mayhew leads the field. Jonathan Golden, Brian Parker right there with him. Johnny James a little bit off pace here. Let's go take a look and see where that 11 is running of Johnny James. He's got help. He's got company. Richard Clement has yet to come to pit road as well. So all of these truck drivers, they've got some help. They've got some company. And now we'll go back to the big battle, the big scrum that is taking place. There you can see Michael Davis just off in the background trying to run down Dustin Franklin, because John G and Dustin Franklin, they have hooked up after a round of green flag pit stops. And man, he is they're moving right along. And oh no, okey doked at the front. The 86 of Jonathan Golden, he's gonna be all alone now, solo on the track, and that is not what you want with a handful of trucks with drafting help. Jonathan Golden gets okey doked on this latest time around the track. Mayhew, James, Parker, and Clement pulled to pit road, leaving Jonathan Golden out on track all by himself. And Ben, him going to the high side by himself, he could be cooling the truck off. Could be just wanted that lap lead in his back pocket, and then just falling in line, being content, being comfortable, just to follow from that point. You never know. Could be testing some runs, how far back they can come from, things like that. It's never too early to experiment in these super speedway races. And with Jonathan Golden, your race leader to pit road, all by himself, we'll get back to the action on track. John Garrett, Dustin Franklin right there running with each other. There you can see that 22 of Michael Davis tucked in line. He's been able to catch him. He's been able to run him back down. Will these three start to step away? They have about a second over James Oot, who leads another 4 trucks. And it's 3 versus 4. Will they come together and fight it out as lap number 40 is underway? So by our calculations here, most of the field was on pit road on lap number 17 for fuel. They pitted right around 35 to 38 laps. So that's, what, maybe 20 laps of fuel? They're not going to make it. They're going to have to come down for at least 1 can of gas towards the end of tonight's race. And there you can see that for Richard Clement. He had a pit road penalty, and that has relegated the 4 back off of the lead lap. He'll be the only driver 1 lap down as Scott Baker continues to soldier on 10 laps down here tonight. Now we've got 5 trucks all together as Baker joins the 4 trucks right in front, and they're gonna run them down. Watch this momentum right here. This is gonna be crazy. Tell you what, do we have one of the rear deck lid cameras? We do. We got one. All right. Well, let's see if we can't get to it. Oh, well, there it goes. Shaking the head at the producers right now. Come on, guys. You got to be a little bit better than that. Push the right buttons over there. There you go. Back off of the tail end. Looking back from Michael Davis. There you can see James Hoot all over him. They have caught him. The run has come to the front. Nobody stepping out just yet. Looks like we might have one looking at it in the back. That's Scott Mayhew Jr. Mayhew looking like he very well may try a run to the front. We'll jump back outside the truck. We'll watch it all unfold. John Garrett still leads tonight's race as we are now less than 25 laps to go in tonight's race. Race number 5 in the 8-week short silly season, the super speedway season, letting these drivers get out some angst. Maybe show a little bit of skill. Drafting, it is a skill. A lot of people like to try to say, well, I mean, Talladega, Daytona plate racing, anybody can do it. It's simply you just press the gas and turn left. It's not hard. And I beg to differ. To race properly at a super speedway, it takes a lot of talent, takes a lot of mental focus. It's not that physical because you're not really wheeling these machines around like you do at a place like, let's say, Richmond or Darlington. But you still got to stay laser focused because as the air's taken away from certain portions of the truck, the handling definitely is affected, and you got to know when to make those runs, when to chill out, when it's all right to press the issue, who you're drafting with. It's all a learning curve, and you got to know how to get it done. And at the end of the day, plate racing can be some of the toughest, to be honest with you, because you always got that big one factor. You always got the where did he come from factor. Those big runs will materialize and happen. So there's a lot that goes into winning a restrictor plate race. And you can just ask all these drivers in the field. We've had 3 race winners in 4 races so far this season, this 8-week short, silly Colonial Clash Super Speedway Series. The rundown. So, don't scuff, don't laugh, don't turn your nose up at it. Restrictor plate racing definitely at a premium here with the Colonial Clash Racing Series. Everybody knows the tail at the front. Looks like your top 7 in the running order all knows the tail now. Scott Mayhew in the 56 truck leading Jonathan Golden, Johnny James, and Brian Parker. These 4 trucks all grouped up with each other, but they've got a 9-second deficit to try to overcome. And with the numbers being at the front, I don't know that they're going to get it done. Yeah, we would have to agree with that. He's shuffled a few times. He's made some runs to the front, but it's not just him that's not quick alone. I mean, no, anybody is not going to be quick when they're by themselves at a super speedway. You can guarantee you that. So, but yeah, when you're all alone, definitely not as quick as you would like to be. We'll head back to the front. Once again, halfway down the backstretch, heading into turn number 3 we go. Coming right at you, right into your living room screens. Down on the bottom of the racetrack, everybody single file, working their way through the center of the corner now. 20 laps remain, 19 to go when we cross the line this time by, coming off of turn number 4. And we've got green flag pit stops. We couldn't have timed that one better with that camera shot right there, guys. Job well done, as we've got drivers to pit road. John Garrett, Dustin Franklin, and Scott Baker come to pit lane. Michael Davis, James Hoot, Tyler Rex, John G, Thad Failer stay out on track. Your top 5 will stay out on track, and then you can see Davis being shuffled out now as the run goes to the high side. And that is the 65 of James Hoot. With a big move to take the lane to the high side and up and around Michael Davis. And just like that, Davis going to fall from 1st to 5th. As John G super loose contact. Do they keep it headed straight? Oh my goodness, do we stay green flag? We stay green flag. We stay green flag racing. John G trying to keep it moving, trying to get it going back through the gears, and oh my gosh, this is going to be big. There goes that 4 train of trucks, and John G's night may have just come to an end. We've got 18 laps remaining, but if he doesn't find help and find it fast, that 41 Girotech machine will see some trouble here tonight. That is not what the sponsors want to see. That is not why they pay to be on the trucks. Girotech, here for all your sales and service needs of Haas CNC machinery. Big time shout out to not just the sponsor on the truck, but also a sponsor here with the series, Girotech. Getting it done. Michael Davis, James Hoot, Tyler Rex, Thad Failer all to pit road this time around. Scott Mayhew will assume the race lead. 56 truck to the front. And here we go, race fans. We got 17 to go. Dustin Franklin, John Garrett came to pit road on lap number 46. That's 19 laps, I do believe, to go. Yeah, 19 laps to go. So it's doable from here. How long does Mayhew, Golden, Parker, and James stay out? Johnny James barely hanging on to the draft here, just able to catch a sniff of it, still just enough to keep him in line and caught up with the 3 truck drivers that seem to have a little bit more pace. Whoa, big move running up on the 4. Number 4 Pit Party Productions machine has a little bit of a struggle, and he's going to fall off of the lead lap. Michael Davis back in 11th. John G still inside of the top 10 after a little bit of a mishap on that pit exchange. John G trying to get to pit road and contact, and, well, trouble. Keep it right here with the race leaders. Looks like Brian Parker wanted to head to pit road, but the two in front said, not just yet. We're going to keep it out here on track. 15 laps now remain as Johnny James pulls to pit road. The number 4 of Richard Clement comes to pit road as well. Field dominated by the bow ties at the front. Your top 7, all with those Chevy emblems on the front. First fast forward in the field, sitting in the 8th position. That's the 65 of James Hoot. He's had a fine run, led a handful of laps here tonight. Where's he going to shake out through this green flag pit exchange? And it looks like he's going to end up coming out right around that 7th or 8th position, I do believe. Possibly a top 5 position when your top 3 come to pit road. Mayhew, Golden, and Parker yet to visit pit road for their final stop. And are they trying to stretch this thing to maybe take just fuel? Michael Davis in danger of falling off the lead lap there. You can see that 41 of John G out in front of him. And yeah, my goodness. As these truck drivers able to stay together, the 3 on the outside looking to put the 41 and the 22 one lap down. They succeed for the time being, but they have yet to make their final green flag pit stop, and this could get interesting. That 41 and 22 want to stay right there to their inside and not let them come down to pit road. We could see a handful of drivers run out of fuel. This could be a very interesting thing going on right here. Oh, and the 4 is going to be utilized as the pick. Outside lane going to go flying by. There's the 11 of Johnny James. Came to pit road last time around by himself. And that's what happens when you're solo here at a super speedway. You end up losing a lot of track time to the drivers able to stay locked up, dialed up with each other. Now that 11 tucked in line. Right behind him is that Ford machine, giving him a push, trying to get him back onto the lead lap. And now the 11 going to, whoa, surge forward as the 36 with a big wiggle after the bump by the 41. Well, Brian Parker said, I'm good. He went ahead and headed to pit road. The 56 and the 86 have got to get down. They are running out of time. They are running out of time to get to pit road and utilize those much fresher tires, if any bit of tires. Man, this is gonna get interesting. That's for sure. Dustin Franklin, John Garrett just off in the distance, 4th and 5th on the racetrack. They're gonna look to gain a position or 2, and already down off of pit road, getting up to speed up through the gears is Brian Parker. We'll take a look right here. And there's Parker losing that lap to Dustin Franklin and John Garrett, who've got themselves quite a bit of a distance, quite a bit of a lead behind them. They've got a little bit of time to go to get to the front of the field as well. Now Franklin and Garrett move to 3rd and 4th. Where's your race leader, Scott Mayhew, right here, still involved in this big scrum of, big scrum of trucks through turns 1 and 2. And finally, that 56 of Mayhew and the 86 of Jonathan Golden able to make it to the bottom of the racetrack. Look for them to possibly head to pit road this time by. We know they got to come to pit road. Man, I don't know, man. This is getting... it's getting a little too close for my comfort in the fuel strategy department right here. But, yeah, well, there you go. There you go, crew chiefs agreeing that it's time to come down to pit road. Bring them to us, boys. Top 2 drivers down to pit road, clean and clear. Dustin Franklin has got to go all the way around to try to regain the race lead. How much fuel does Golden and Mayhew need? There's only 10 laps remaining. We're looking on pit road, and it looks like rolling off is that 56, and a little bit of a trouble on the pit stops there for Jonathan Golden. Looks like the crew did not communicate with each other, and Scott Mayhew is going to roll off and have a little bit of an advantage right here. And he's not going to be able to get that thing up to speed. Dustin Franklin he assumes the race lead. John Garrett, familiar man, right behind him. There you can see that Fort Worth screen printing number 66 hot on the trail, giving his buddy a push halfway down the backstretch. Going to be interesting also to watch how these drivers shake out. I mean, Brian Parker right here, you can see him all by himself. He's going to get freight train now as a long string of trucks down there on the bottom of the racetrack. Just 9 laps remaining this time around for race leader Dustin Franklin, and Al Parker had a little bit of a look for an advantage. He's going to give it all away. He's going to have to fall back in line behind Michael Davis right outside of your top 10. And Spencer, we're glad you joined us here tonight. Oh my gosh, did you see John G? What happened? Wow. I do not know what happened to John G right there, but oh my goodness. Wow, let's see if we can't see what's going on here. You can see Garrett on the high side and everything looks okay. Comes down the track. Yeah, everything seems to be fine here. Trying to take a look at the replay, see what happened here with John G, and we're not really seeing anything. It looked like maybe something broke on the right front of Garrett, because just pounding that outside wall, man, that was crazy. And we'll jump back live with the race lead. What do you say, race fans? Because we've got a checkered flag coming up here in just short 8 laps. Big time trouble for that 41 Chevy Silverado. He's going to fall all the way out of the top 10, and it looks like his day will be done. John G will walk away from Daytona International Super Speedway with 12th place of points here tonight. And what do you do here if you're John Garrett? You've got 2 race wins to your name, the only driver with multiple race wins. Do you push your friend? Do you push your pusher? We've seen the roles reversed multiple times here tonight for that 47 and 66. Franklin has been the pusher for the majority of tonight's race. Will he be lucky enough to be the driver pushed to pit road, as these two have a 9.7 second advantage? Man, that seems like forever. There it is, almost a backstretch advantage as Jonathan Golden and Scott Mayhew, look at the advantage they've got, but closing in very fast right behind them. The 42 of Thad Failer, you can see him leading that outside lane. 3 trucks lined up with each other. 36 of Brian Parker down there on the inside, trying to take that 5th position away. We've got drivers racing into, and contact! Oh my gosh, contact, and with 6 laps remaining, we got a caution flag here at Daytona International Super Speedway. Oh my gosh. Contact and caution will fly. The 42 iRacing calculator machine got up heavy damage. You can see it right there. Tell you what, let's go check the replay here, see what happened with Owen Parker. Baylor entangled. That's all it takes. Well, that's all it did take. Ooh, hard impact. We'll take one more look at it here if we've got a camera shot of this one. Let's take one more look at it. There you can see just up the track into the left front into the right front with the left rear, and that never pans out well for anybody involved. Parker with a very damaged truck. The 42 of Failer with a very damaged truck. And with that being said, we'll jump back to the front. Dustin Franklin leads the field back behind the iRacing pace car, and we're going to have a short shootout to the checkered flag here tonight. So as we let these drivers reset and get ready to refire, we're going to step away for our final commercial break of the night. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back with all your green flag action to the checkered flag tonight here from Daytona International Speedway.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
And I hope you're ready. I hope these drivers are ready. We're going to have a 2-lap shootout. That's right, an unofficial green-white checkered finish here at Daytona International Super Speedway. Remember, last week it took 2 official green-white checkered finishes to figure out who was going to go to victory lane, and Tyler Rex crossed the line first. Where's Rex out here? Well, he was involved in that latest on-track incident, and it looks like he's going to be listed off of the lead lap. We've got 8 trucks left on this lead lap for the restart, vying for a checkered flag. Oh, man, I'm telling you, if you thought it was crazy, if you thought it was good early, wait till we drop the hammer this time by. Coming right at you into the Geico restart box. iRacing pace car down and away, and here we go. Green flag flies once again here from Daytona International Super Speedway. Franklin gets down to the bottom right in front of John Garrett. He's going to fall in line. Scott Mayhew back in third. Big run looking from the back from the 11, and no. Johnny James going to tuck in line in that 5th position. Popsicle sticks on display. The 66 of Garrett all over Franklin at the front. Here comes Jonathan Golden. He looked to the outside, not going to go just yet. Will stay single file for a moment. And here comes Michael Davis, the Monster Energy number 22. He's jumping to the outside. More drivers going to jump to the top now. Scott Mayhew moves to the lead of the outside lane. He's going to look for the race lead. Looking for the race lead on the outside lane, and we got drivers tangling with each other. We stay green flag, though. We're going to stay green flag, cross the line, white flag flies. Final lap here tonight at Daytona International Super Speedway. Trouble coming to the white flag, but we stay green flag racing on this final lap 3 versus 3 on the track through 1 and 2. Mayhew loses a little bit of ground. Gonna fall even with that third truck on the inside lane. Look for the outside run now. Big surge out of Mayhew. And Golden pushing for all he's worth in that 86 truck. He's gonna pull even with that inside lane. Dustin Franklin will look to side draft a little bit and carry the momentum back down to the bottom. He's going to do so, and he's going to keep his 47 clear. John Garrett right behind him. Here we go, coming to pit, coming to the checkered flag, and it's going to be a clean finish here. Dustin Franklin, no doubt about it, he's going to grab the race win here tonight. Checkered flag in hand for that 47 of Dustin Franklin. And what a run by Franklin right there to drop to the bottom of the racetrack and keep that race lead. And that will be the race winning move of the night here tonight from the Daytona International Super Speedway. Franklin grabs his first checkered flag of the season. And with that being said, we're going to get ready to turn things over and head trackside for a few of your post-race interviews. But first, let's enjoy a little bit of a smoke show as that 47 gives all the fans in the stands what they came to see here tonight. Will he have enough fuel to burn it down? And he's going to cut some grass for a little bit. Give these landscapers something to do throughout the rest of this week. The 47 of Dustin Franklin enjoying his post-race celebrations, walking away with that top spot here tonight, walking away with the race win. Man on screen at Greenville, South Carolina. We're going to be celebrating big in the city here tonight. Franklin walks away with a checkered flag. And with that being said, race fans, we're going to stop for just a moment, head to a brief commercial break, then trackside for your post-race interviews. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And back live trackside once again after tonight's conclusion. Sorry, sidetracked. Had a real big squirrel moment right there at the end of tonight's Pro Cup racing experience. A 170 here from Daytona International Super Speedway for the Colonial Clash Super Speedway Series. What a run! What a night! We've got some fresh faces in these podium interviews for you here this week, and I tell you what, we're gonna dive right on in it. Let's see if we can tile up and talk to the driver walking away third here tonight inside of that 56 machine. Scott, it's Dave. How you doing?
Dave, how's it going, buddy?
It's going good for me. Going good for you too here tonight, huh? Walking away with the podium.
Oh yeah, we're happy with it. We are very happy with it.
Well, a little bit of a silly season here that's what we like to call it. You know, the 8-week break in between the Big Boy Series, the regular truck series. How's the racing been for you over these first 5 races, and how you looking forward to these next 3 on the schedule?
I'm hoping to keep repeating these podium finishes. I know that much. I've had a couple top 5s. I had 2 weeks I had to miss because of an internet blackout, but we're back. We're gonna keep grinding away.
Absolutely. Well, man, the 56 looked good here tonight. You had a little bit of trouble, some scuffs on the left side. Walk us through some of the damage control.
I was just side drafting and bumped a little bit on another truck, but nothing too serious. Did get a tap in the rear and spun me around for a 360, but was able to come in and still had the fast repairs at the end. So I used one of those just to make sure the truck was clean for the last run.
Absolutely. Well, Scott, again, congratulations on a great podium finish here tonight. We hope it's the first of many more to come, at least for the next 3 weeks until we fire things off in the regular truck series. So before we let you go and enjoy the celebrations here tonight, would you like to give any final shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home or at the shop?
Oh, of course. As always, Team Red Spoilers, they do a lot for me. We have Daryl Worley, Flynnville Train, Two-Lit Mafia, Goose Graphics, and the 29th Division Association. I got to thank all of them. And I appreciate you, Dave, being out here. Thanks, man.
Well, man, we appreciate you being out there on the track. You guys make my job easy. And again, Scott, congratulations on the podium. And we'll see if we can catch up with you here next week.
All right, brother. Thanks, man.
All right, there you have it. Some short, sweet words from Scott Mayhew, driver, walking away in third here tonight. Yet another top 5 finish for that 56 in his crew. And, well, we're going to move right along. Let's keep this thing trucking. Let's keep on heading through your running order. Let's see if we can't grab a handful of words with your pole sitter here tonight, walking away in second. John Garrett, how you doing, bro?
Hey, doing good.
Yeah, yet another interview with you. So this is beginning to become a commonplace. What do you say?
Yeah, I may figure out how to do these things before it's over.
Well, man, walk us through the pole position, okay? Is it just about bragging rights? Because we all know restrictor plate racing. You don't have to start at the front to get a good finish. It definitely helps to be at the front. You can miss some of the carnage and chaos, but walk us through the mindset that you have when you approach qualifying.
Yeah, I just prefer to start further up in the pack than the back and, avoid the wrecks most of the time. Not always, but yeah, and it's some bragging rights. I've put a lot of time into asking and practicing and figuring out the right line, and it's nice when it comes together and it works, because that's all it is. Obviously, we all have the same vehicle, so there's no tricks. I don't cheese, as they call it, spin the tires, drag the brakes. I don't do any of that stuff. I just run the right line.
Absolutely. Well, John, another good finish for you. Yet another top 5. 2 race wins to your back pocket already. You came into tonight's race 15 points ahead in the point standings. Are you just looking for some solid runs over the final 3 races and looking to possibly raise that season champion hardware?
Oh, yeah, it'd be nice to get a championship with this group of guys. Tonight's race, was fairly uneventful for us, except a little caution at the beginning when I went high to let Dustin take the lead, and then Jim Oot kind of tried to go through wide behind me, and I eased him into the wall. So that was really the only big wreck that I was involved with. Otherwise, we had a nice strategy there at the end. I don't want to divulge too much about it, but yeah, our strategy worked out good till the last caution, which kind of killed it. So we had to race hard there for the green-white checker.
Yeah, we won't expect you to give up any information because we're coming back here for the season championship. The season finale is going to be right here at Daytona International Speedway, so we don't want you or your teammates to give up any of that kind of strategy. We'll let you guys play that close to your sleeve still, but nonetheless, John, another great finish for you and the 66 crew. Before we let you go, would you like to give any shout outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home or at the shop?
Yeah, I just got to thank my John T. Garrett Twitch stream as always, Fort Worth Screen Printing, Esports, Fort Worth Screen Printing, Athens Screen Printing, Head Candy, Outrun Esports, and my teammates, Chief and Dustin tonight. I had to get Dustin in front of me so I could watch him so he didn't spin me out this week. But a little info on the pitting, I won't give it all, but, we tried to short pit and stay out of the group and pit before everybody else did. That was kind of our secret, and it worked out. We had probably a 12-second lead when that caution came out.
Yeah, absolutely, it worked out for you guys very, very well. And John, again, congratulations, and we'll see if we can't talk to you again once again next week.
10-4, appreciate it.
All right, there you have it. Final words from the man that walked away with the pole position, walked away with second. Yet another podium finish, yet another top 5. John Garrett looks to extend his points lead after walking away with the second place finish here tonight from Daytona International Super Speedway. And that's going to move us right along, right to a teammate walking away with the checkered flag here tonight. Let's see if we can't dial up and have a few words with the man inside of that 47 machine. Dustin Franklin, it's Dave in the booth. You got a copy?
I sure do, sir. It's good to talk to you again. I missed you last week and got back this one.
I hear you, man. Finally breaking through to victory lane, man. You got to be happy about that.
Yeah, I'm most happy. Most of the thing I'm happy about is I didn't wreck my teammate there this week, and we both had a great finish. When we don't wreck each other, we work together. We always seem to be up front.
You guys had a good strategy working last week. We seen you guys kind of fall to the back of the field for a little while and then made your way back to the front. Unfortunately, things didn't turn out quite the way you guys had planned them or wanted them to go last week. This week, a little bit different strategy. We didn't see you guys drop to the towards the tail end of the field. Just kind of short pitted, getting yourselves away from the rest of the pack. Was there anything behind the difference in strategy last week to this week? Was there any team chatter during the week about it?
We always kind of just BS and talk about strategies every now and again, but nothing specific. I don't know what it was. We just seemed to draft together really well. Like we could, even when they were too wide and pushing up on us, they couldn't hold for long, and we were just able to pull away from the pack just by a car length or two. So I figured we were fast, and if we could stay together, we'd definitely be there for the end.
Well, Dustin, man, it was a pleasure watching you guys work together here tonight and see you guys make the strategy pan out into your favor this week after the heartbreak last week. And I know we're going to hear the celebrations just down the road over there in Greenville, South Carolina. So hats off to you, my man. I should run into you sometime. But back to what it is and why we're here, man. 3 weeks from now, right back at this very track for the season finale. Do you think you've got what it takes to raise not just the checkered flag, but maybe the season championship?
I mean, I think a lot of people in this, especially at super speedways, have the capability of winning for sure. So this is going to be exciting. But I put my money on either me or John. We're definitely going to try to be there at the end, and it should be a good show.
Well, man, we're gonna be here to make sure, and we hope it is. And again, man, congratulations on the race win, the first one this season. We hope you get a couple more before the end of the Super Speedway Series. So while we got you here, before you go celebrating, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home or at the shop?
I sure do. I had a new sponsor today. I had them on my truck. AD 3D. They make 3D printing, like brackets and different things for to mount stream decks and so on. They're also doing some custom iRacing stuff that we hope to be releasing here soon for the sim racing world. And I also like to thank John, my teammate, of course, and Fort Worth Screen Esports. Great team, one of the best teams out there. And I also like to thank Goose Graphics for the paint you saw tonight.
All right, my man. Well, I'm sure all the sponsors enjoying the great shout outs. And I know you and the crew are going to enjoy this race win. So, my man, we'll let you carry on. But until next time, keep it safe and stay fast.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
All right, there you have it. Dustin Franklin walking away with the top spot here tonight in the Pro Cup Racing Experience 170 live right here from Daytona International Super Speedway for the Colonial Clash Super Speedway Series race number 5. Now in the bag, we've got 3 more to go before we crown a champion, and we'll do it right here at Daytona International Super Speedway in a short 3 weeks. Man, it's going to be a quick, fast-paced season. You can hear producers already hitting those buttons, so you know it's time to run down tonight's unofficial race results. Walking away with the checkered flag in hand for the first time this season, the 47 of Dustin Franklin parks it in victory lane. John Garrett, your pole sitter, walks away with second here tonight, and finishing out the podium order, the 56 of Scott Mayhew Jr. Jonathan Golden gonna come back from a dismal beginning. Finish 4th here tonight, rounding out your top 5, the 11. Johnny James. Michael Davis brings the Monster Energy 22 home in 6th. James Oot back in 7th. The 4 of Richard Clement gonna walk away 8th. Tyler Rex back in 9th. In the 36 of Brian Kiefer Parker finishes and rounds out your top 10. Thad Failer, John G, Scott Baker round out your running order here tonight from Daytona International Super Speedway. Hats off, tip of the cap to your race control and admin team just across the hall. Juan, we appreciate all the unsung work that you put in week out behind the scenes, keeping all of these drivers straight when we have trouble on track. Yeah, we'll send some goodies your way here very shortly. But that's pretty much going to do it from us here in the Turn 3 Racing production booth. And we're going to cut off the lights, jump on the plane, and get ready to head to iRacing Super Speedway next week. Right here with the Colonial Clash Racing Series. And if you haven't already, show these drivers some love and appreciation. Join us in that push to 3,000. And once again, drop that thumbs up, click subscribe, smash the bell over there on the right hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters. We do appreciate each and every one of you each and every time you stop by. So with that being said, stay safe, stay loved, my friends, and until next time, we'll meet you Turn 3.